All right, there, geometry. It's Mr. Lamb coming to you with the fourth and final page of the Unit 2 test. The Unit 2 test, page number 4, is out of 6 total points. However, question number 14 is bonus. So you could have gotten an extra point. So really, you could have gotten a 7 on this page if you had everything right. So let's take a look at question number 13. It is a proof. There are 6 things I'm looking for, 1 statement and 5 reasons. So that's where your 6 points are going to come from. So this is worth 6 total points. 6 total points. I do give you a list of options over there on the left-hand side to use. So let's go ahead and jump right in. The very first statement. It says, in the figure shown, LN and MO bisect each other at point P. Prove that MO is congruent to, or that angle M is congruent to angle O. Fill in the missing statements and reasons using the word bank below. So, LN and MO bisect each other at point P. That is given information. So that is given. So, if LN and MO bisect each other, then why do LP and PN have to be congruent? Also, why do MP and PO have to be congruent? Well, these two things have to be congruent because of the definition of bisect. So I'm going to look over here, I'm going to find the one that's closest to the definition of bisect. So supplementary angles add up to 180, no. Complementary angles add up to 90, no. Vertical angles are congruent, no. Angle bisectors create congruent angles, no. Segment bisectors create 2 congruent segments. That is it right there. So I'm going to use that top one. Segment bisectors create 2 congruent segments. I had a couple of you that got really creative and maybe you put like number 1, you circled that one and put number 1 and then put in your reasons number 1. I gave you credit for that. I thought that was pretty creative too. I kind of wish I would have thought of that. I thought that was a really smart idea. All right, the next statement and reason I'm missing. Well, these are bow tie triangles. So before I can say that the triangles are congruent, I need to find out one more piece of information. I either need one more side or one more angle. These are bow tie triangles. So this angle right here in the middle has to be congruent. So I'm going to first find out which angles am I talking about. Is it LPM or PLM? So LPM, this top one is the one I want. Angle LPM is congruent to angle NPO. That top one is the one I'm looking for. The reason, because vertical angles. Vertical angles are congruent. Now my triangles are congruent. If I take a look, I have 2 sides with 1 angle. That is side, angle, side. Side, angle, side. And then why would angle M be congruent to angle O? Because of CP, CT, C. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. So each box was worth a point for a grand total of 6. All right, let's take a look at what we call a paragraph proof. This is a little different. We have not done any paragraph proofs, but they do show up from time to time on the air test, so I want to make sure that we can see a proof as a paragraph as well. Nothing changes. It's still the same stuff. We just write it as a paragraph. So it said Gabriel wrote a partial narrative proof to prove that FB is congruent to BD. And you see his given and what he needs to prove. So it says there are 3 blanks in the paragraph. Using the word banks below, circle the correct choice for each blank. If you got all 3 parts of this, you got 1 bonus point. If you miss any piece of this, you got 0. So this was an all or nothing for bonus. So here we go. It says, it is given that AD bisects angle EAC, and angle FBA is congruent to angle BBA. Since AD bisects angle EAC, then angle DAE is congruent to angle DAC from the definition of angle bisectors. So you can tell that they're taking a 2-column proof and just kind of writing it as a paragraph. Segment AD is congruent to segment AD by the reflex property. So I'm going to just kind of mark on here what we've done. So it's given that AD bisects angle EAC. So here's where my 2 angles become congruent. It says AD is congruent to AD. And it says that FBA, this angle down here, is congruent to this angle down here. So I can see that I do have 2 triangles congruent. And it's the 2 triangles AFB. The left triangle. And now I'm going to switch colors here. And this triangle over here. Those are my 2 triangles that I see that are congruent. And you can see by the angles. So if you look, I have angle included side, which is the shared side, and then down there around point D. So I have angle side angle. So I can already answer this last one. It's angle side angle. I mean, you can see in the picture. So let's just name these 2 triangles. That left triangle is angle FAD, FA, and D. So as I'm looking through right here, that's the one that has F, A, and D in it. So now let's talk about the order. So DAF. So that means the purple triangle, if it's DAF, has to be D, A, B. So DAB down there at the bottom. So triangle DAF congruent to triangle DAB by ASA. And hopefully taking a look at the 2 colors up there, that helps you see. That is it for page 4. If you have any other questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Don't forget the end of the 9 weeks is on Friday. I will only be allowing retakes though through Thursday. So any retakes, make sure you have done by Thursday. Thanks, guys.